So, there's the schedule: we're departure to loading you in a bean, and later fire you at 700 mph, 1123 km/h, via a vacuo, take you to yours purpose in protocol quite rather than several hours. How is the quite hardly tilt of Hyperloop A? But the wonderful item how affected me on a latter travel to the drafts testing website in Nevada was how no mind it was, so wonderful. The Hyperloop concept, at first floated by Tesla's Elon Musk, has sparked a quantity of projects acute to show how setting a maglev boat train in a vacuo pipe can supply the revolutionist transportation framework of the next maglev, or magnet levitate, trains, that use magnets to raise a boat train over railway track. Reduction dispute and growing probable speeds are already in transactions. One conducted passengers of Shanghai to its aeroport at 270 mph, 430 km/h. But of the plans to put do a maglev though more rapid by setting it in a vacuo pipe, Hyperloop One, or as we must now urge it next Sir Richard Branson's invest, maiden Hyperloop One, is the largest progressive. Inbound on the website in the abandoned 40 miles polar of Las Vegas, you can once see these expensive transactions to work. A 500 meter, 1640 FOOT, testing path, or dev loop, has been built and a labor of 300, consisting 200 top caliber engineering personnel, has been collected. They include run a quantity of tests, propellant a pod via the pipe at speeds of up 387 km/h, 240 mph. So distant, yet, they include not put human beings on executive board. Guideline: the mechanical engineering crew is a quick-talking area scholar Anita Sengupta, enlisted of NASA wherever she helping evolve the Mars Curious Wanderer. Possessing treated on which she describes as the stimulating mechanical engineering issue of disembarkation vehicles on some planets, she brushes towards my doubts on if the earthly draft is lifelike. She gestures to the whites tube snaking through the abandon. He's a lifelike draft since you can see about and see our growth testing pipe. She says the technique has already been tested and dismisses my proposal how human beings might be careful on ascent on board. Same Hyperloop is a maglev boat train in a vacuo pipe, she explains. Thou can as well believe of it as an plane flyer at 200,000 FOOT 38 miles, she added, relating to the counterpart air blood pressure standard. Human beings dong T include any question flyer in plane, and human beings dong T include any question traveling in maglev trains. The fare combines the couple. She predicts how the draft will include gone via security certificate and be prepared to start a business transactions by 2021, that seems madly upbeat. It is the job of the head execution Rob Lloyd to sail the Hyperloop to the business and by the government partners who will do it a fact. But while we met him at the gigantic CES Technology Show in Las Vegas, he emerging to believe how the vitality of the technique was a taking into account, needing to say instead of on an app how would communicate next Hyperloop passengers in some modes of transportation on arrive. I tested to give him behind to land by accounting how length it took to construct infrastructure facilities projects Love Britain's HS2 top speed railing link of London to Birmingham. He came direct behind in an concept he told could indicate how the tertiary lane at Heathrow, else draft how has been lot year in the plant, would no much longer be necessary. Thou could construct a Hyperloop among Gatwick and Heathrow and go among such two airports as if they were terminals in four persons protocol, he explainable. How's perhaps less than period rather than it conducted to go among Terminus 5 and Terminus 2 present at Heathrow. Creation one gigantic 7-terminal aeroport out of the enormous price and debate of how a new lane might appear appealing. Sir Richard Branson, who now chairs the draft, said us a quick connection among Heathrow and Gatwick would do a lot of feeling. But it as well sounds whimsical. The price of tunneling of Heathrow to Gatwick, or the planner horror of fleeing few tubes through the Sussex and Surrey rural area would certainly do house a tertiary lane appear love a chunk of pie. The as well sounds a deep hardly mission statement, and one suspects how the investors who include filled so lot cash in Musk's Tesla would be unwilling to outdoor their pockets once again. But Rob Lloyd at the maiden Hyperloop remnant sure how at low a few governments will include the site to get Stryker, which he telephone call the at first new regime of transportation with the plane. Though if one suspects how Hyperloop means of communication connecting main cities are hardly to do it off the figure executive board, the draft is making a large job of manufacturing us believe on a fresher transportation framework.